We're back into ZBrush for introduction to ZBrush armature building using ZSpheres. So I'm going to assume you've seen the introduction to the ZBrush interface. And we just go down here. I have my custom UI that you're able to download and put into the preference configs and hotkey. And we go to the tool palette and we select a ZSphere for ourselves. We click and drag it into the canvas. And as soon as we let go, we always hit the T key, right? It's facing forward, cool. Click an empty space and always hit Shift to snap what you're working on. P for perspective, make sure your perspective is off when you're building your initial armature rig. Right, I'm just going to build a whole character body here, and the body I have is a really quick, loose sketch of this platypus, this little dapper platypus character that I built during class demo. So he has like a platypus tail and nose. So maybe I could leave it like that. I didn't even take the time to do any drawing cleanup or do a side drawing for him. So really fast. So this is he's kind of a heavy, hefty sumo wrestler kind of build. So I'm going to click and drag and then shift snap that and then draw a little neck piece. It's going to have a nice thick neck. So I'm going to draw it out nice and wide, hold shift again as I'm going. Bring it down underneath, and then, um, now that I think of it, uh, let's start off with the pelvis instead. So I think that's a better approach for this. So I'm going to go to the top here and click and drag across the spine, and quit hitting caps lock and hit the shift key. And yeah, so you want to control your rigs from the pelvis usually. So if I has a quite large belly and pelvis region, so I'm going to play with the scale on this as I go, I'm sure. But for now, whoops, I got to go back to my move key and I can move this around. But let's keep it straight for now and go back to the top of this. And I will back to Q and click and drag another nice big armature piece. Go back to W, drag that up and drag that up. You see it's kind of going side to side on me. So X on the keyboard keeps it symmetrical, and so I should have done that first. I thought my X was my symmetry's defaulted on, but I guess it was not. We go to the side view here. There we go, and yeah, we could kind of just play with getting your armature built from the perspective of the spine. So go back to the top here, and it should snap in the middle. So let me undo this piece. There's the first one. So X for symmetry is on. Click and drag in the middle using Q. Click drag one time all the way out. Then switch to my move tool, bring it up a little bit, back to top. I'm just switching between the Q and the W. So Q to be an edit, W to move. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. And for the spine, I don't want to get too crazy, so just a few spine bones should be fine for now. So click drag. And I think that'll be good enough for right now. And then we'll go to the side here. And for the pelvis, we're going to make that upside down Y shape. So again, go back to Q, click and drag. Nice big hip bone for the upside down Y. Go back to W, you can pull that out. So if your knees got really super wide hips. And if I needed to, I could go back into scale. I could grab this middle one, I believe, here, and I can drag it up and down. So we can go to this little dot in the middle here. So activate the sphere that I want. Grab the little circle here in the middle, and then just go up and down. This is with the S with scale activated. So definitely very useful. Activate that one, click and drag. So I will adjust everything. So what I suggest you do though, just like with the wire armature, make sure as long as you don't have to have your measurements as accurate as you did with the wire, but I'm going to go really fast here and just kind of see how fast I can build this out. So let's just go for it. So back to Q, click drag, pull it out. And come back to the front view, pull down, there's the knee, go back, look underneath, and drag circle, Q to move, drag that, pull it down, and go back under, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do the heel to toe snap on here, so, because he does have a little heel coming off, so that's gonna be the ankle, and then go in here and click drag, another sphere, and then I'm gonna pull this down, go back to scale and see if it's up and down. Sometimes it takes a minute to move it. See, I accidentally activated one there. There we go. And this ankle's just got kind of narrow feet. I'm gonna stylize a little bit. There we go. Not like that. And then that'll be the heel. And then if I wanted to do an ankle on him as well, go back to Q and we'll just kind of draw that on there. Oops, bring it around. And oops, rub this one down. So there's like a little heel bone coming out, and then that's the ankle coming down to the heel, and then we'll do they'll have the foot come off the front here. There we go. And the side view, W, drag that down. There's to the ball of the foot, and then another one. And I might change this, so you can always delete and add them back in, drag across, like the move, and there's the front of the foot. And I'm not going to put toes because he's going to have, I'm going to put the shoes directly as part of the puppet. Come up here to the spine, and we can kind of push forward the S curve of the spine a little bit. So there's the belly, there's the chest, come forward a little bit, down back here to the neck and shoulder region, up here to the top, and go back to Q and click drag. The neck coming out the top of the torso, which is a pretty huge neck. So I'm sure I'm going to end up making these much bigger and wider. That should be good for now. And then we'll do another one coming off the neck for the head and make his head a little bigger to start with. There we go. And see the next one coming off the shoulder region here. We'll do another Q, click drag across and pull that out some more, and then maybe scale this up and then maybe scale this one down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's some shoulders. See, he's not quite balanced. Can bring the knees and the foot forward a little bit, not too much, and then this maybe that pelvic region there, and then go back to the neck and swivel the neck forward just a little bit. So yeah, you end up, really getting that lean and that balance. And this was when we did the, whoops, should get the whole thing. There we go. When we did the side drawing, we talked a lot about, for almost everyone's drawings, we ended up needing to kind of unstiffen and put that S curve in. And then we'll go out here to the arms, and I'm going to give him, I'm just going to go straight to A pose with the armature. So I'm going to click and drag that new ZSphere back with Q, front there, and then just go to W. I'm just going to pull that out to his elbow. And then at the end of that one, we'll pull that and then immediately switch to W, and we'll pull that out from the elbow. The hands, and remember I can grab that circle, I can move the adjustment, or I could grab on the outside of it and grab the ball. Grab the, the connector between the spheres. There we go. So you can really fine tune this very, very quickly. The hands and fingers always take a minute. So let's go to the fun part. Let's go to the face. And he needs a nice big bill on the top. He needs a bill. Oops, what did I just do? Bill on the top. And then he needs eye sockets. All right. You know, and maybe that has to be scaled way down and maybe even brought back. Yeah, maybe if it protrudes off like we're doing here, sometimes it makes sense to do like a second one off of that right away to give yourself enough room for the other pieces to come out. So I'll show you what I mean. So I pull that one out and then pull this one back. You see that rotates if I grab the stick part, but I want that piece there. So they're kind of the influence. It's the size of my brush, so I got to use my bracket keys and make sure I'm only grabbing this one. There we go. And then this one. So your bracket keys up and down is pretty vital here. So there's one part of the duckbill. And let's see if I can scale this down some more, just in the early part, just so I could kind of see where everything's at. And then we'll put the bottom mouth. Oops, I'm off symmetry. So make sure it's symmetry snap. Pull there and bring it up here. And then same thing, maybe scale just enough so we can see. And then go back to Q and draw another piece on there. Switch immediately to the move tool. Zoom in enough where the bracket key is only going to grab the ball, the sphere that you want, and then pull those out. There we go. See how that, so it creates a bit of some strange rings when you first are doing this. I don't know why it's doing that. Because if I push in, it carves in. It's been a while. I'm rusty, so you guys can watch me struggle a little. All good. I'm okay struggling on camera. All right, cool. And so yeah, we'll come back and we'll finish the fingers. Hit P for perspective and kind of see where we're at. I could turn off the translucency see-through. I can bring them over and we can start. Definitely, we grab the main one here. If we grab, whoops, W, if we grab that and start moving belly pieces around, I think, yeah, this is going to work out pretty good. So I'll make adjustments and match it up to the image plane on the next video.